Hey, what's happening, YouTube? This is Off-Road Stuff. I'm Mike, also known as Uncle Sandcrab. If you know, you know. Anyways, so for those of you that have been following along, thank you. For anybody that's just tuning in, thank you also. But so to bring everybody up to speed here, like I said, for those of you that have been following along, you know I've been dealing with this check engine light on the old tracker here, which means here in California that I can't get it smogged, and if I can't get it smogged, I can't get the tags for it. So, yeah, I was fighting a stupid check engine light. I had a P1410. And that is a vehicle specific or a manufacturer specific code. But I really wasn't sure because that code, the best I could look up, it says something about a tank pressure switch. And here also, here's the other thing. So I could clear the code, and it's a key on test. So you turn the key to the on position, all the lights come on the dashboard. I would basically scan it, and it would retrieve this code, right? So I hit the erase. It says erase complete. And then as fast as I could go through the menu, go back to the scan mode, and the code is already there. Alright, so I'm going to show y'all what was going on with the tracker here. So I have the, I guess you'd call it the old sensor in there. We're going to read it. There's one pending. Oh, there it is. So it's a P1410. So I'll show you guys what that says. I'll post a little picture. So let's do this. We're going to, whoops, go back up. We're going to go to erase. We have the key on right now. Engine off. Erased. Now we're going to go right back to, whoops, scan or read, whatever. And that code is already there, and I haven't even started it. And that's without it running. So that tells me that it's not a really a functional test, meaning like it really can't be a vacuum leak because it's not running to detect a vacuum leak. So through talking through a couple of my friends, and I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Mark over at Mark's Auto Repair here in Oceano, California. If you guys are ever in the area and you need something, give him a holler. I've been kind of blowing him up the last few days and on and off over the last year that I've been dealing with this stupid thing. Actually, I really haven't been dealing with it for quite a year, probably the last 6 to 8 months on and off. But anyways, where was I? So we determined that it has to be what I like to call a kind of a roll call check. So when you turn the key on, the computer is basically just making sure that all the sensors, solenoids and whatnot are there, that it's giving like a just a signal response, and everybody's kind of checking in. So I did find this just really, there's not a lot of information on this, and that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of making this video a little detailed, is because I told myself, if not so much if, it's when. I knew I was going to figure this out, is when I figure this out, I'm going to put it up here, hopefully to help somebody else that may have the same problem. Anyways, I found a one little article, and if I could find it, I'll post it in here. that says to test the ohms on the switch, which I'll put that little video in here. So this is the one that was in the tracker. Let's see, is it going to read? Come on. So I thought I got a reading the other day, but yeah, it's basically showing that it's an open loop. So that means that the little doodads inside are shot. There it is. So this one's showing that it's, I mean, it's 32, but 30, there we go, 33. So it shows that it's within spec. And I'll actually show you what it says this solenoid is, and one of the reasons why I was kind of getting confused is a lot of this is my error for not really paying attention. Okay, so this is a vacuum hose routing chart for the tracker, and here's focus where I was kind of having issues. See that? It says tank pressure control solenoid vacuum valve, not to be confused with the fuel tank pressure sensor. So my dumb butt was just seeing the tank pressure control and blah blah blah, and that's where I was kind of getting my two things confused, even though I think I was having a problem with both. But anyways, so I determined that that sensor was bad. It wasn't reading, and I started looking around and I found another one. I think it was on eBay or Amazon, and they were around $60, and I was like, man, I'm gonna throw money at another part, have to wait another week and hope that this is it. And then last night I'm walking through the kitchen and I looked over on this little shelf I got there in the corner, and I got miscellaneous little knickknacks and stuff in there. And I looked up and I was like, hey, you know what? I remember seeing the sensor, but anybody that's familiar with these knows that there's several of them that they kind of look the same, but there's variances in them. And so I grabbed it and I picked it up and I looked at the part number on it, and I was like, wait a minute, double checked it. It's the exact one that I need. I actually bought that on accident a couple of years ago trying to fix another problem that I was having. So, but at this point it was late last night. I didn't really want to deal with it. So I got up this morning, came out, tested it, and I was getting a reading. So I threw it in there. Sure enough, no codes. Okay, so with the new sensor plugged in, we're going to, I already got the key on, do a read, no codes. I'm going to cycle the key. It's off, on, no codes. Lights out, and man, let me tell you what, this is definitely a learning experience, and I'm one happy camper. So now all I gotta do is get all the run monitors to set, which is kind of a pain because you can't just leave it sitting here running. You actually have to go through drive cycles of speed reference and this and that to get the EGR system to set, the evap, CAD, all that stuff. But because I got the light to go out, that puts me just that much further back on the road. Trying to think if there was anything else I want to leave out. Oh yeah, I mean, I back probed wires to check for continuity, unplugged them at the computer, tracing wires. I thought maybe I had a broken wire or a pinched wire or something like that. And lo and behold, it was actually just the sensor. So I'll show you guys where that's located and as much information as I can get in here. So if you guys can't tell, I am excited. It's kind of one of them things where I don't want to go hollering too fast and too loud and have this issue come back for whatever reason. But I've tested it enough times now that I feel pretty comfortable that I got this problem solved. The light's going to stay off. Yeah, so well, I'm going to try to button this thing back together because I got it kind of all tore apart from doing all the testing of wires and plugs and sensors and everything else. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to share with you guys a couple little tools that I use on this job that really helped. So when you guys are testing for bad circuits, whether it be a light, a sensor, whatever, basically these are just kind of like a big little set of jumper cables. I think it says maximum 10 amps unwound, 6 amps wound up. So it's for low draw circuits, just a test for signal. But the cool thing about this is these things are self-contained, and it goes out to 30 feet. When you're done, there's a little handle right here on the back, and you just twist it, and they reel up nice and neat. Stores great. Toolbox in your truck, whatever. I think this was right around $20 at Harbor Freight. And the other one is, you guys might have seen me use this a few different times in some other videos, is it's a rechargeable magnetic work light. And it's got a couple different stages, and then it's got like a little light on the end there for getting into tight spots. The head rotates, and let me tell you, it's a lifesaver. And this thing's really bright. I mean, you can probably tell right here, but when it's dark, this thing, really does a number. So don't forget to, oh, here, there's the make and model and all that good info on there. But anyways, don't be afraid to invest. Get you some decent tools to help you in the process. Whether you use it once or use it twice, let me tell you, they pay off. So yeah, thanks a lot. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, share with your friends. Anybody else that's got a Suzuki Sidekick or a Geo Tracker. This is a 96, and I think it's 96 through like 98 or 99. I could be wrong. This is the 4-door. As you can tell, it has an automatic 4-speed transmission. Yeah, and feel free to hit me up if you guys are having any of these issues. Put a message down and just, hey, give me a message anyways. Just tell me what you guys think. And like I said, just hoping that this can help somebody else. And most importantly, be safe, and we'll see you on the trail.